Ladies and gentlemen, please stand as the ceremony is about to begin.
Well, good afternoon and welcome to the 2025 Leaving Class Ceremony. We are so very happy to have all of you here. And I wish to also greet those joining on our live stream, families and loved ones who join us from all around the world as part of this very special day. Please remain standing for the land acknowledgement, which will be followed by our national anthem sung by Aaron Wu from the class of 2028. I'd like to begin by acknowledging the land that we gather on today at Upper Canada College. which is in the traditional territory of Indigenous peoples, including the Anishinaabe, the Wendat, and the Haudenosaunee. We are grateful for Indigenous stewardship of these lands since time immemorial. We acknowledge the Deer Park campus is on Treaty 13 territory, and the Norval campus is on Treaty 19 territory, signed by the Mississaugas of the Credit First Nation and the British Crown in 1805 and 1818, respectively. Today, this region remains home to many First Nations, Inuit, and Métis people from across Turtle Island, and we are grateful for the opportunity to gather, to learn, and today to celebrate on this land. In partnership with Indigenous peoples, we will continue to act on our We Call commitments to advance truth and reconciliation. Aaron.
Il s'est porté la croix. Ton histoire est une épopée des plus brillants exploits. God, keep our land glorious and free. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee. O Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Thank you, Aaron. And would you please be seated? To Mr. Blake Hutchison, class of 1980, chair of the Upper Canada College Board of Governors, to Mr. Chan Sethi, class of 2003, president of our association council, to my colleagues on our platform party, parents, grandparents, family, friends, faculty, staff, and most importantly, to our leaving class of 2025, it is my honor and indeed my privilege to say welcome and a few words on this very special occasion. Let me begin by saying congratulations to the boys for reaching this incredibly significant milestone. You are a collection of actors, athletes, academics, artists, advocates, activists, role models, and fiercely loyal friends. For some of you, this journey began 13 years ago in senior kindergarten. The rest commenced somewhere along the way, perhaps as recently as last year. For all of you, your time as a UCC student comes to a conclusion today, and your time as an old boy begins. You are now, and you will forever be a member of the Upper Canada College community. Congratulations to parents as well, and I know all too well as the parent of 3 graduates that the boys never walk alone. You're with them every step of the way. You're with them through moments of challenge and moments of wonderful success, wonderful joy, like today. I'd like to take a moment to acknowledge 3 individuals who graduate this year, along with our students. 3 individuals who've made a significant contribution to the college. For nearly 20 years, Mr. David Holt has been a cornerstone of our visual arts program, serving as visual arts coordinator and advisor in Orr's House. Beyond the classroom, he's nurtured student interest by supervising a number of clubs, and he played an integral role in the UCC Council for Truth and Reconciliation and its working group. Many will fondly recall his engaging in assembly presentations and dedication to fostering student involvement in school events. And Mr. Gregory MacDonald, who initially joined our prep school in 1996 before traveling up the avenue to the upper school, and who for over the better part of 30 years has taught English, history, and geography here at the college. He's led the English department, coordinated theory of knowledge. He's coached tennis, he's led international trips, directed plays, advised the World Affairs Conference, and been head of Orr's House. He will be long remembered for his vivacious spirit and his passion for learning. And I invited those two individuals to join us on stage, but very much in keeping with who they are. They'd prefer to be off the stage with the light today shone on our students. The third individual is Dr. Jeff Aitken, who arrived to UCC from Singapore 4 short years ago as a seasoned senior leader and a vastly experienced IB administrator. He quickly established himself as an educational leader whose values, whose innovation, whose collaboration, and whose desire for inclusion shone in all areas of what he has done. He led our return to in-person learning in the upper school. Together with colleagues, he oversaw enhancements to our residential life and university counseling programs, and he's championed professional growth and development for our faculty. He departs us very soon to take on the role of head of school at St. Michael's University School in Victoria. Would you please join me in thanking these three remarkable educators for their contributions to UCC and the impact that they've had on the lives of our students. Over the last few months, I've had the opportunity to meet with our graduating class at Grant House, over lunches, and with our boarders over dessert. They've shared some of their favorite memories from times past in the school. They've offered some advice about how we might consider changing things at the college. They've also suggested things that they would never want to see change about this fine school. I've had a chance to say thank you to them, collectively and individually, for what they've contributed to the school, for how they've made us better. Yesterday, before the leaving class dinner, I had the chance to share some thoughts about how I've observed them model the values of our school in so much of what they've done during their time with us, and how well prepared I believe they are to continue to live those values in the face of the challenges that lie before them in the next phases of their lives. And because I've had that chance to interact with them, to speak personally with them, and to speak collectively to them, I'd like to cede what typically would be more time for me today to another individual, to another voice, to bring his thoughts to you. And I think you're in for a treat. Mr. Blake Hutchison, who I introduced earlier from the class of 1980, is the CEO and president of OMERS, one of Canada's largest pension funds. And he's had a distinguished career in the real estate development sector. He was appointed to the Order of Ontario in 2024, and he's a former recipient of Canada's Top 40 Under 40, just a year or two ago. He's long been a volunteer here at the college, and today he's attending the last of the leaving class ceremonies that he will attend as chair of UCC's Board of Governors, and I wonder if you would welcome him to the lectern, please.
Thank you, Sam, and what a tremendous pleasure and honor it is to be asked to speak to this year's graduating class. By the way, on the 45th anniversary of my own graduation from UCC in 1980. And I want to thank you, Sam, for extending this opportunity of a lifetime. Because it hasn't been done yet, I want everybody, please, to give a massive round of applause to this graduating class. You did it, and while in my view you don't need a diploma from UCC to have an extraordinary impact in life, there are few better launch pads anywhere in the world, and you sure as hell earned it. So carry it forward with deep pride and gratitude, And I think I speak for everybody here when I just say we could not be more proud of all of you, and congratulations. I also want to congratulate the parents, guardians, family, friends, and mentors who are here, and sadly some not here today, from all around the world. We celebrate you as well on this occasion, because without you, so much would be different in the eyes and lives, hopes and hearts, good fortunes and futures of our graduates. Let's hear it for these amazing supporters and role models, boys. Without them, this day would, simply put, not have been possible for all of you. You can pay them back properly later, maybe with a drink or whatever it is you need to do with your folks. Listen, I also want to acknowledge the outstanding teachers, coaches, and advocates who are part of the UCC fabric, including all faculty, staff, and administration. Everything that goes on at 200 Lonsdale is in service and support of our students, leading up to this very day. And today of all days would be a really good one to look around, thankfully, one last time at this absolutely world-class physical plant, and more importantly, to the dedicated and caring professionals who bring life to it, whose deep and collective commitment to your betterment is what inspires them each and every day. Teaching is a calling, in my view, and one of the most important and respected roles in our society. So let's all say thanks, everyone in this room, please, to Sam and to the entire team at Upper Canada College. In my reflections today, I'll share the following. First, some of the lessons that I've learned from my own journey since departing from these hallowed halls 45 years ago this week. Secondly, I'll share some of my own wishes for you, our graduates, as you go forward, armed with the gift and the power of these formative UCC years to undoubtedly unlock your own aspirations, hopes, and dreams. We believe in you, and we believe in your future. So first, a little personal context. I still remember arriving at UCC on day one for me from my hometown of Huntsville, Ontario, to join Wed's house, by far the best house, by the way, at Upper Canada College. There we go. Room 201, infinitely better than any of those Seton's rooms, if I recall. And my story goes something like this. My parents drove me down. My dad had a late model old Chrysler car, rusted, dirty, and we'd been given a note to say there'd be a scrum of the Weds kids to welcome all the new boys. And so as we came to the campus, I said to my dad, you might want to park at the north end of the campus and we'll just walk down there, because first impressions and all that. And so Dad drove right into the scrum of all the new friends and put the car in park and looked over at me and said, by the way, I'm not getting a new car till you're out of this joint, because that's the money that's going to help pay for it, just so you know. And if these people judge you by your old man's car, they're probably not going to be your friends in life anyway. And he said, the one thing I know is if I go buy a new car, it's never going to change my life. But the second you walk in those gates, it will change your stars. And Dad's 98. I told him I was speaking today. He happens to be over here, Bob Hutchison. He's in perfect health, by the way. Broke the World Book of Records at 94 years old for water skiing. But he's a Ridley boy, so there you go. We won't hold that against him. Anyway, Dad, thank you for being here. And I can just say that my mom and dad, I'll actually tell one more story, but my mom and dad did indeed change my stars, and I will be forever grateful. I remember also that day, my parents walked in with me. Brian Proctor was the headmaster at Weds, and the practice in those days, he sat down with us on day one and said, there's a budget for every one of the boys. We take it out of the bursaries office. We recommend $50 a week for each kid. Is that okay with you, Mr. and Mrs. Hutchison? And my dad said, no $50 for my kid. He can have whatever he needs. And they said, that's an unusual thing to say. And he said, no, I trust my son. He can have whatever money he needs. And I walked him back out to his crappy car. And I said, did you mean that about the money? And he goes, no goddamn way. He's like, no, of course I didn't mean it. But the truth is, Blake, he said, I want you to be able to compete with the best of the best. If you need sneakers, you get sneakers. If you're going out for a beer, you go out for a beer. And of course, I trust you, so go have the time of your life. So as I reflect, armed with this world-class experience in education, the same one you have now, I went on to earn degrees at Western, the London School of Economics, and Columbia in New York. And I want to share with you openly, when I sat where you are on this very day, I was chock full of insecurities about my future and my career. And I won't bore you with my story well, but my career has turned out, and not without lots of challenges along the way, to be an improbable one. I've been incredibly fortunate to be a CEO for over 25 years, for 10 each of real estate powerhouses, CBRE and Oxford Properties, and with many great teams, have built global businesses and shaped skylines across Canada, the United States, and cities like London, Paris, Berlin, Bangalore, Sydney, and Singapore. And today, as Sam pointed out, I'm honored to be the CEO of OMERS pension plan. It's about a $250 billion balance sheet. And when we wake up and make good decisions, it affects about 1 out of every 11 households in the province of Ontario. And like UCC, OMERS is local in its roots, noble in its cause, and global in its reach. And I happen to love my association with both of them. And they are both two of Canada's great success stories that have managed to remain fiercely competitive, yet incredibly humble, and elite, but not elitist. And from my journey, boys, I want to just share 5 quick lessons that I've learned along the way. And the first one is the importance of life plans and dreams. Everyone needs a plan. Every business has a plan. Every government has a plan. You need to have a plan. And from my earliest days in graduating from this school, I sit down every Christmas holiday and I plot where I want to be 5 years, 10 years, 15 years, 20 years, 30 years down the road. And the first 5 years need to be really granular. You need to be really thoughtful about what you're going to do. And that's relationship-wise, spiritually, health-wise, but importantly, career and education-wise. And that model just helps you navigate the future. Lester Pearson, the Prime Minister of Canada in the 60s, said every single aspect of my life was in preparation for what was to follow, even though you don't know it at the time. So 5-year increments, I strongly recommend it. Yogi Berra said it best, if you don't know where you're going, the odds are you'll find out you're somewhere else. So really focus on life plans. The second lesson is the word finishative. I think it's the most important word in the English language. It certainly isn't tariffs. And my father taught us the word finishative. Everybody has initiative, getting things started. The most important thing in life is getting things over the finish line, finishing them. You'll never see it in the dictionary. Absolutely essential. And our daughter, for example, when she was learning to water ski, she was 5 or 6 years old, and we were trying to get her up, and she fell and up and fell 4 or 5 times. I said, Camille, do you want to get back in the boat? She said, no, I'm not getting in the boat. And I said, why is that? She said, Grandpa won't let me quit. Finishative, Dad. Hutchisons don't quit. And from my perspective, please always remember that word. 3, there's no substitute for hard work. Unfortunately, that's true. You can get struck by lightning once, but there's no substitute for hard work. You cannot take shortcuts. You need to get the fundamentals. And every extraordinary result that any of us have ever had has required an extraordinary effort. And any time there's office politics or noise around you, one simple message, just outwork everybody. Because they may not love you, but they will respect you when you outwork all of them. So no substitute for hard work. 4th is leadership is not a title. Many people think if they get a title, they're the boss, and they're entitled to certain things. And the truth is it couldn't be less true. The truth is, if you get an opportunity, it's an opportunity to earn people's respect with every interaction every day. The title means nothing. And I've seen some people with not necessarily big titles, coaches and teachers in this very room who are among the best leaders I have ever known. And I've seen leaders, I can think of one south of the border, with the biggest title on the planet. That's not my style as to what leadership is. And I see in Sam, pretty big title around here, but he's never used it. He's never used it for or with any cause. He wakes up, he manages down, he manages across, he earns people's respect with every interaction every day. Leadership is not a title. And the last thing I'll say is the message of time. I'll steal from Dickens very badly. It's never going to be the worst of times, it's never going to be the best of times, but it will be your time. And no matter how noisy it gets out there, you will find ways, if you're optimistic, to walk between the raindrops. And you will find ways to unlock opportunities that others may not see, if you are optimistic. And you just can't let any period in time to let your guard down or not take a lead or not actually advance your own cause. Because time is one of those things, you can't save it, you can't multiply it, you can't buy it. So you have to spend it wisely. But time is your friend, and by the way, it'll never be the best of times, it'll never be the worst of times, but it's your time, beginning today. And as I reflect on your big today, I also want to share a few of my wishes for each of you. My first wish, is that you choose a career that dovetails with one of your true passions, something that you absolutely love to do. When you follow this path, you'll never work a day in your life. I caught the real estate bug in my 20s, and I honestly haven't gone to work for the last several decades. There's the odd day where you wonder, but generally speaking, I'm like, I cannot believe I get rewarded for doing this because I love doing it every single day. And without exception, whenever I have seen anyone pursue a career based primarily on how much money they may make, it has not ended well. Be smart about it and align your plan with your financial goals, but never sell your soul and follow your passions. If you love something, you'll be great at it. And if you're great at something, the rest will come, I promise. My second wish for you is that you find ways to give back along your journey. To whom much is given, much is expected. And one of the most prominent old boys of Upper Canada College that many in this room know, Michael Wilson, who went on to be the Finance Minister for Canada, the Canadian Ambassador to the United States, an icon on Bay Street, chair of Barclays Bank at the end of his career. He was a mentor to many of us. And he always said you should approach life with three fundamental fronts: a third learning, a third applying it in your careers, and a third giving back. But whatever you do, don't have those three segregated. Bring them all together. They have to be concentric circles. And at every phase of your life, you can learn, you can work hard, and you can give back starting now. And if you've watched people who wait 30, 30, and 30, it is so much more fulfilling to have concentric circles come together. And people often say, Blake, why would you give so much time to UCC? The truth is, whatever time or money I've ever given to UCC, whatever that is, it's a fraction of what UCC has given back to me. And these rewards, I think, will come back again and again. And my third wish for you is that you keep Canada in Upper Canada College close to your hearts. In my view, you've had the opportunity to attend the greatest school in the greatest country on earth. And I've traveled to over 50 countries. There are no utopias, and Canada is far from perfect. Yet on its worst day, it remains unassailably great, strong, and free. And its untapped bounty and its manifest goodness will provide massive prospects for your generation. I can see it, and I can feel it, and I know it to be true. And for those of you who are Canadians, I know many of you will choose to study or work outside of our borders for a period of time, as I did. But my hope and wish is that you eventually will come home. This is my personal view, so I'm sorry to any parent who may think otherwise, but I've got the mic, you don't. Our country needs you. It needs your intelligence, it needs your passion, it needs your innovation, and indeed your ideas. Canada has been built in large part from the hands and on the shoulders of our graduates. Canadian leadership is now part of your history, it's part of your DNA, and it's part of your destiny. With your help and commitment, I don't care what anyone says in whispers or drunken yells or nasty tweets or taunts, nobody can touch us. So please come home when you're ready. And by the way, when you do come home, you have a massive home court advantage, starting with the connections that you have in this room. You'll understand the rule of law, you understand the language, you understand the currency, you understand the context. You will never get that anywhere else, particularly from your formative years spent here. And for those of you who have come from Canada, to Canada from elsewhere, I extend the same invitation to you for the same reasons. Please come on this journey with us. However, if you make the totally understandable choice to return to your home of origin or elsewhere, my wish for you is that you carry in your heart not just Upper Canada College, but Canada too, and its values. UCC has made you part of their Canadian family. Embrace it, celebrate it, share it, and please continue to promote and defend it. And as chair of UCC, here's my final wish for the college and my pledge to all of you. UCC will celebrate its 200th birthday in 2029. This amazing institution is almost 50 years older than Canada itself, and we have a bold plan for our anniversary that will ensure that UCC remains the leader in every conceivable way for the next 200 years. It, you, Canada, and in my view, the world deserves nothing less. We have quietly raised almost $150 million so far to unlock this vision that includes exquisite new buildings, new leadership learning pillars, and even more financial assistance. And there are many people in this room who've made a significant contribution to that dream. I won't say more today, but plan to be here, boys, and for our 200th birthday in 2029, and we will make you as proud then as you've made us today. And I'll end by reading you a short passage about friendship that reminded me a lot of my own graduation day at UCC, as I said goodbye, but not farewell, to so many close classmates, coaches, teachers, and it is by my dear wife Susan's favorite poet, David Whyte. It reads, "The ultimate touchstone of friendship is not improvement, neither of the other nor of thyself. The ultimate touchstone is witness, the privilege of being granted the sight of the essence of another, to have walked with them and to have believed in them, and sometimes just to have accompanied them, for however brief of span, on a journey impossible to accomplish alone." So, boys, please look after each other. Remember that from this day forward, you will never walk alone. Go make your lives extraordinary. Good luck. God bless.
Well, Blake, Mr. Hutchison, thank you for those words of wisdom, of inspiration, and thank you for your leadership. Thank you for your partnership, and thank you for your friendship. It is now my pleasure to invite forward our own poet laureate, Julian Bald. Julian will deliver a poem written for today, The Necessary Distance. Julian.
Thank you. And Blake, I think we are on the same page, so that's good. When thinking about a graduating class, it's difficult to see you simply in this moment, on this day, in this place. One casts the eye forward and wonders where you'll go and when you'll return, but also knows that you covered some distance to get here. Literature has many stories about the perils of looking back, and it has perhaps as many stories about the hazards of only looking forward. The poem I've written for you today wonders if there is a precise and perhaps necessary distance from which we can understand where one is going and from where one has departed. The necessary distance. The archer strings the bow and takes his aim, lets the arrow slip, which scores the sky uncrooked until it meets the target's inner ring. He's measured out the distance with his steps and taught himself to never miss the mark. But when the light is low in forest groves, could he stop his track to strike the leaping doe? That distance must exist between two things may seem an easy figure to explain. We peer ahead to what we hope to find and return our glance to what is left behind. The question now is when and where to stop, and how to read the ground and stake a claim. Is there a perfect spot to see ourselves? When drawn too close, a mirror will unname the face it shows. Too far, it will not read the stories told in smiles and tears and winks. Perhaps there is a spot where the day peels its features like voices across a lake on mornings when the air is still and space folds itself so tight it seems two places can be one. The necessary distance known only by surprise of being there. Yes, all things need another in this world, to the scope, the range of where we each have been, the necessary distance only known when compassed by each other from within. Thank you, and congratulations, boys.
Thank you, Mr. Bald, Mr. Hutchison, and Mr. McKinney. Members of the class of 2025, parents, relatives, colleagues, and friends, welcome. The New York Times recently ran a poetry challenge, inviting readers to spend a week memorizing a poem together. You may have tried it. The Times argued that memorization and recitation, an exercise once prominent in schools, but now long out of fashion, has something to offer us today that's quite profound. Times writers noted the ways a piece of memorized verse can be a way of holding on to something beautiful, a morsel of verbal pleasure you can take out whenever you want. In their words, it can soothe your nerves, drive away the noise of everyday life, or grant a moment of simple happiness, like a flower, they said, in the window box of your mind. I think we've heard some pieces of verse like that today. In grade 10, my English teacher had us learn and recite Robert Frost's poem, The Road Not Taken. I remember it to this day, so now let's test me. Two roads diverged in a yellow wood, and sorry I could not travel both and be one traveler. Long I stood and looked down one as far as I could to where it bent in the undergrowth. Then took the other, as just, as fair, and having perhaps the better claim, because it was grassy and wanted wear, though as for that the passing there had warned them really about the same. And both that morning equally lay, in leaves no step had trodden black. Oh, I kept the first for another day, yet knowing how way leads on to way, I doubted if I should ever come back. I shall be telling this with a sigh, somewhere ages and ages hence. Two roads diverged in a wood, and I took the one less traveled by, and that has made all the difference. Okay, I did it. Okay, so I'm going to admit I have no recollection of why we learned that poem. It's just a thing that we did. But I can say that the premise of the Times Challenge rings true for me. Over 35 years, Frost's poem has remained with me. I am a nervous flyer, as some of my colleagues know, and often I will recite that poem in my head for comfort during takeoff, using the words and their cadence like a meditation to distract my overthinking brain. Sometimes it's the message I return to, which is much debated, by the way. Is Frost telling us that there's courage in taking the path less traveled, or that each path equally has something to offer? I've actually used each one of these interpretations at different times depending on the reassurance that I needed when facing a big decision. So I share this story for a few reasons. I think today is a day, like many days in your lives, when you get married, these are days for poetry. And I hope that the story brings you some reassurance on this significant day, because though we are marking your leaving us with all of the bittersweet feelings that that brings, the college, as you've heard, will remain with you and sustain you in the years and decades ahead, truly. Most significantly, you will always have the bonds you've formed with each other and what you've learned about yourself and the world. But I would also warrant that as time goes by, there will be moments when you least expect it, when those small things you learned here, things that maybe seemed random to you or you didn't understand or think much about at the time, they may have even frustrated you. And there will be a time, like with Frost's poem for me, that these things appear in the window box of your mind. Maybe for you it'll be a Latin declension or a football play or a line of code. And you will find, with, as Mr. Bald said, the necessary distance created by time, space, and reflection, they're going to bring you an unexpected kind of comfort and maybe even allow you to make new meaning. So, to our graduates, as we are gathered here today to bear witness to your journey to this point, no doubt you are looking down the road as it diverges beyond the gates of the college. You will feel excited, I know, and probably also you'll feel some trepidation. And so that brings me to the message at the heart of Frost's poem, at least the one that I've taken from it over all these years. On the journey of learning, this lifelong road that we're all on, you can see that, in the direction of the best version of ourselves. Just remember, no matter the challenge you encounter, the choices that you face, the uncertainty you may feel within yourself, you may feel it right now, there's always a path forward. And for each of you, I have no doubt that as in Frost's words, way leads on to way, things will continue to unfold for you as they should. You go forward from here with an incredibly solid foundation, carrying with you the gifts of learning and the strong bonds of support in this community. And with our congratulations. I will now ask Dr. Aitken to come to the main podium, and I would ask all of you to please rise for the school hymn, which you will find on page 12 of the program booklet.
Thank you. Please be seated.
And now, the presentation of the leaving class of 2025 by the principal, Mr. Sam McKinney, the chair of the Board of Governors, Mr. Blake Hutchison, class of 1980, and president of the Upper Canada College Association, Mr. Chan Sethi, class of 2003. Please come forward, gentlemen. Each student will receive their UCC Leaving Class Certificate and a tie from the UCC Association. They will also receive at that time any academic or co-curricular prizes they have earned. The descriptions of all prizes begin on page 4 of the printed program. Parents, guardians, friends, family, old boys, and alumni, we want you to sit back and enjoy the ceremony. Please note, we have a professional photographer here and ready to take photos of our glowing graduates as they cross the stage. This photo will be provided to you with our compliments. Our photographer will also be capturing special moments throughout the ceremony as well as the prize giving. You will have an opportunity to order prints of your choosing in the coming weeks. And so, as is our tradition for as long as we can remember, we will begin by presenting our boarders. I would now ask Dr. Amit Morris, Senior House Advisor in Seaton's House, to come forward. Dr. Morris.
On behalf of myself and Mr. McCubbin and all of the advisors and boarding staff of Seaton's House, it's my pleasure to present this year's graduates. First, from Macau, Angelo Braga. A real people person and our most nocturnal Seatonian, Angelo has thrived on connection and supporting others, whether he's working backstage in the theater, engaged in heated debate about current movies, championing 1990s music, or caring for and mentoring younger boarders. Thanks and congrats, Angelo.
Angelo is a co-recipient of the Andrew T. Wilson Award for Extraordinary Achievement backstage.
From Montreal, Quebec, Olivier Chan. A genuine young man who values his friends, Olivier has been highly dedicated to the varsity hockey team and recognized several times over as a tournament MVP. Off the ice, he's known for his sincere thoughtfulness and the depth of his reflective nature. Well done, Olivier. From Montreal, Quebec, Kingsley Chen. As a prefect, Kingsley held the house to high standards, and as Seaton's trivia ace, he brims with knowledge on geography, science, and more, finding ways to incorporate nuances of world history into every conversation and even into his Halloween costumes. Thanks, Kingsley. From Beijing, China, Arthur Fu. Kind and approachable, Arthur stood out as a SAS coach, making the weight room welcoming. He shared his love of sports on the football and rugby teams and contributed artistically by painting the Seatonian figurine that we award each week. Thanks, Arthur. From Shanghai, China, Mike Liu. Mike is a studious and thoughtful young man who relishes engaging in deep and meaningful dialogue with friends. He's enjoyed lending his talents to Helping Hands, Math Society, and Horizons, and powering his full-on study sessions with prodigious amounts of Krispy Kremes. Congratulations, Mike.
Mike has been awarded the prize for proficiency in Mandarin A.
From Shanghai, China, Simon Liu. Simon is an artist with a sly sense of humor and an engineer's mind. He volunteered with Horizons and Helping Hands, sketched prolifically, led D&D campaigns, and drew an awesome manga Seatonian that now graces our hallway. Well done, and thanks, Simon. From Montreal, Quebec, Tim Marcotte. Quiet and competitive, Tim was super committed to the varsity hockey team and enjoyed his time on the ice and with his friends. We appreciated his composed presence, how he promoted responsibility, and the example he set of disciplined habits. Congrats, Tim. From Barrie, Ontario, Ethan Neller. Another varsity hockey player, Ethan was the cornerstone of our house sports team, leading Setons to a big basketball win. Friendly and down-to-earth in the house, he also shone in the Student Film Festival as the antagonist turned soulmate in Juno's buddy comedy. Well done, Ethan. From Moscow, Russia, Yasha Ozipov. Yasha is a real connector. He's been Seton's gregarious hype man, he melded the worlds of football, rugby, and theater, and he linked the two sides of the boarding house as a prefect of Seton's and an honorary prefect of WEDS. Congratulations and thanks, Yasha. From Sudbury, Ontario, Adam Thasuska. Reliable and humble, Adam was Seton's very impressive head of house. Whether in the halls of boarding, at house sports, or on the varsity hockey team, he set the tone with his dedication, his sense of responsibility, and his genuine care for others. Thanks and congrats, Adam. From Quebec City, Marc-Armand Villeneuve. A thoughtful and caring prefect, Marc-Armand always gave his all, whether in net for varsity hockey, as an engaged student in the classroom, or as a mentor and role model to younger boarders. His maturity set a very strong example for others. Thanks and congrats, Marc.
Marc Armand is the recipient of the Moderns Prize for Proficiency in French Higher Level.
From China and New Zealand, George Wei. Another Seton's prefect, George was admired in the house for his supportive, approachable nature. He committed himself to his studies and to soccer, and he always made time for his friends and to look out for younger students. Well done, and thanks, George. From Hong Kong, Jaden Wong. A soft-spoken young man with a strong sense of integrity, Jaden worked hard, played soccer, both real and virtual, with passion, and was at the center of raucous mahjong games in the common room. His humility and genuine connections stood out. Congratulations, Jaden. From Vancouver, BC, Ben Zing. Whether running Laidlaw's AV booth, taking photos for College Times, or building robots and homemade speakers, Ben's enthusiasm and his tech skills were always evident. And with his vast bank of computer monitors, we suspect he's been directing lunar landings in his spare time. Thanks, Ben. And from Vancouver, BC, Andy Yu. Andy is a highly impressive speaker using finely tuned argumentation skills in debate and MUN, and less successfully in convincing us that his room is already tidy. With his passion for political science and history, we look forward to seeing where he focuses next. Congrats, Andy. Family and friends, please join me in congratulating the Seton's House leaving class of 2025. And now I'd like to call up Ms. Blagona to present Wed's House.
On behalf of Mr. Heffernan, myself, and the entire WEDS team, it's my honor to present to you the WEDS graduating class of 2025. From Dubai, United Arab Emirates, Ryan Aboud Klink, Prefect. A central member of the House and of UCC Theatre, Ryan is the ultimate team player. Thoughtful, moral, and honest, his enthusiasm for WEDS and his friends therein have made him deeply cared about in the House. Congratulations, Ryan.
Ryan is a co-recipient of the Andrew T. Wilson Award for Extraordinary Achievement backstage.
De Montréal, Québec, Étienne Castonguay, entraîneur SAS. Chaleureux, protecteur et vif, Étienne est modèle de discipline, surtout en aidant les autres à atteindre les objectifs comme entraîneur étudiant. Athlète accompli, il est honnête, solide et profondément intègre. Son leadership comme nous manquera. Félicitations. From New York City, United States of America, Terrence Chalk. Intelligent, engaged, and witty, Terrence's commitment to the House and House events have been second to none. A gifted actor, he has made a significant impact on UCC Theatre as well as on WEDS. He will be much missed. From Songdo, South Korea, Billy Chun. Positive, energetic, and supportive, Billy's smile, kindness, and sense of fun have made him one of the stalwarts of the third floor. A loyal friend, hockey player, and scholar, his verve and brio have made him much loved in WEDS. Congratulations. From Barrie, Ontario, Juno Goralski, Head of House, Lang Scholar. Juno's composed, humble dedication to the House and to his fellow Wedites have made him a central character. A gifted filmmaker, talented athlete, and exceptional student leader. His honesty, wit, and reliability will make him sorely missed.
Juno is the recipient of the Film Prize.
From Point Edward, Ontario, Will Greer. A talented baseball player and public speaker, Will has made his mark with his love of politics, history, and debate. His mentoring of younger students has been a key part of his time here, and his camaraderie will be missed.
Will has been awarded the Global Politics Prize, higher level.
From Shanghai, China, Alexander Huang, Prefect. Alex was not able to attend today's ceremony as he was invited to write the Canadian Association of Physics High School Prize exam at the Physics Olympiad National Training Camp at the University of British Columbia. He is one of only 15 Canadian students invited to compete at this exam, and if successful, he will represent Canada at the International Physics Olympiad in Paris this summer. From Shanghai, China. From Shanghai, China, Alexander Huang. The sage, calm, wise backbone of WEDS, Alex has infected the House with his humor and kindness. Our math guru, thank you for leading with such thoughtful kindness and for modeling what it is to be a good man. Congratulations.
Alex has been awarded the J.A. Gillam Prize in higher level physics and the J.N.C. Sharp Prize in higher level mathematics, analysis, and approaches.
From Stouffville, Ontario, Ashwin Karthikeyan, Head of House. Enthusiastic, driven, and kind, Ashwin has been an excellent student leader and member of WEDS, demonstrating by example true grit and courage. A key member of varsity football, rugby, and UCC theatre, he will be deeply missed. De Ville de Québec, Québec, Louis-Philippe Lalande préfère bosser à Lang. Joueur de hockey doué, LP s'est concilié sa passion pour le sport avec ses études, son leadership et ses amitiés. Fiable, lucide et modeste, il a le modèle de travail, de gentillesse et de force intérieure. Il nous manquera profondément. Félicitations. From Shanghai, China, Wilson Lee. Quiet, loyal, and honest, Wilson has achieved much at UCC, quietly modeling focus and a genuine passion for the well-being of others. Nurturing and honorable, Wilson has done much for the younger students and will be much missed. Congratulations. From Caledon, Ontario, S.J. Lidder. Clever, quick, and confident, S.J.'s humor, political awareness, and interest in how the world works have made him an engaging and key member of the House. A member of varsity rugby, his intelligent conversation will be missed. Congratulations, S.J. From Caledon, Ontario, Chisholm Achube, head steward. Chisholm led the student body from the heart with honor and integrity. A Lang scholar, rugby and football player, and deeply loyal friend, Chisholm, the youngest of the Achube legacy, has done his family and Weds proud. Congratulations. De Montréal, Québec, Vincent Turcotte, entraîneur SAS. Avec son légendaire moustache, Vince est démarqué par son humeur, sa gentillesse et sa vivacité d'esprit. Membre clair des équipes de hockey et de la lacrosse, sa confiance tranquille fait de lui un leader respecté et inspirant. Félicitations. From Shanghai, China, John Zhu. Owner of the most infectious laugh in Weds, John has a genuinely kind nature and appetite for life. His dedication to science and his friends have helped create a balanced and ambitious young man. Congratulations, John. From Westmount, Quebec, Will Yang. Passionate and well-informed, Will's worldliness has made him much respected amongst both peers and boarding staff. Political and moral, Will's determination to make the world better has been an inspiration to others in the House. Congratulations, Will. Please join me in congratulating Wed's graduating class of 2025. And now Mr. Moon will present Bremner's House.
Afternoon, I'm Ed Moon, Senior House Advisor for Bremner's House. On behalf of the Bremner's advising team, I'm delighted to present the members of the Leaving Class 2025. Ashlyn Barry. Ashlyn's not able to join us. Yesterday he finished first by 13 seconds, no less, in the US National Cycling Time Trials in North Carolina. He balanced the IB's academic demands with competitive cycling through quiet determination, independence. He showed initiative, focus, maturity throughout his time at the college. His self-motivation and discipline will serve him well in future academic and athletic pursuits. Taran Basra. Taran's thrived in the humanities, leading discussions of insight and clarity. As co-captain of varsity cross-country and track and field, head of mock trial, revitalizing the Mesas Cultural Club, he's proven a community builder and a mentor. Alessandro Cantacubas. Alessandro's independence, critical thinking, and creativity reflect his maturity and discipline. His strong problem-solving and writing skills demonstrate his diligence and integrity, qualities that will serve him well in future academic and personal challenges. We all wish him every success ahead. Simon DeLuca. Captain of the varsity rowing team in his junior and senior years, Simon plans to continue rowing at university. He's loved his time spent in art class and has dedicated enormous energy to his paintings and drawings. Well done. Nika Goldberg. Curious, respectful, witty, Nika's flourished in his 10 years at the college. He was a key member of the 9651S robotics team. He was a spokesman for the Hope for Hearing charity, one of the marketing heads for the World Affairs Conference 2024. Kevin Jiang. The quiet, conscientious, but sharp intellect have enabled Kevin to excel in the IB program. His exceptional grades reflect his analytical abilities. Beyond academics, his humor, his perspective, his leadership have stood out, particularly in varsity badminton and varsity squash. Malcolm Lane. Malcolm's demonstrated commitment, adaptability, perseverance throughout his years at the college. His academic maturity, self-advocacy, community service reflect a strong sense of purpose and growth. He brought positivity and dedication to the UCC rowing program. Adam Lee. In his final year, Adam's demonstrated strong academics, leadership as a Bremner's House prefect. He's an active involvement in Tier 1B hockey, varsity volleyball, and the Sustainability Council. His dedication, teamwork, social responsibility will lead him to further triumphs. Jacob Levitt, captain of a varsity football and member of varsity rugby, Jake displayed strong leadership and enthusiasm. In the classroom, he's a thoughtful learner, particularly in philosophy and history. Future studies in philosophy await him beyond the college. JP Mahoney. As Blue Army General, JP showed his deep passion for school spirit, for athletics. Since joining in SK, he's represented the college at soccer, basketball, hockey, cross-country, football, and track. Ryan Mahomet. A swim team captain, a key contributor to the Model United Nations, and co-founder of the Blue Hearts charity, Ryan's leadership, his global perspective will guide him in life beyond the college. He also excelled as a Bremner's House prefect. Nick Nekic. Nick impressed in his final year, balancing academics with leadership as athletic steward, varsity basketball captain, football team member. His resilience, school spirit, and time management skills have prepared him well for future challenges and success. Cameron Samek. A prefect in Bremner's house and a calming presence that can always be counted on to step up and get things done. Cameron's an active leader in a host of co-curriculars, but especially varsity tennis and helping hands. Cyrus Safety. Cyrus showed real creativity in his 10 years at the college, in literature, film, politics, and the sciences. As head of College Times, Convergence, and Quiddity, as Bremner's prefect, his leadership fostered student dialogue and mentorship that will guide his future success.
Cyrus is the recipient of the Stephen Leacock Prize in English, Language, and Literature, the Dr. E. Moore Prize in Higher Level Chemistry, and the Global Politics Prize, Standard Level. Jashan Sivakumaran. Jashan excelled academically, earning top grades, multiple awards, including CAS and Gold Service ties. His leadership in mock trial, the Avogadro chemistry contest, and the national Spanish exam reflect his maturity, his compassion, and his intellectual rigor. Nathan Small. Approachable, always helpful, Nathan can be relied upon to get things done, light-hearted, but lock in when necessary. He's impressed as a captain of UCC's 9651S robotics team and as a drummer in the senior jazz band. Maxwell van Bargen. Max is as gregarious a student as you will meet, a superb athlete representing the college for varsity soccer, basketball, tennis. He worked as vice president of the Model United Nations Club and was, of course, head of Bremner's house. Matthew Joe. As head of a science society, Matthew demonstrated leadership, organizational skills, inspiring others. His critical thinking, determination have been a pleasure to see, and he's shown maturity and reliability, and tremendous flares as well. Please join me in congratulating the leaving members of Bremner's house. I'd like to call up Mr. Scatosa representing Howard's.
All right, good afternoon, everyone. I'm Mr. Scatosa, Senior House Advisor for Howard's, and on behalf of the Howard's Advising Team, I'm pleased to present this outstanding group of graduates. Finn Bartell. Varsity baseball player in our head of house who embodied a crazy passion for Howard's. Finn carried himself with grace and genuine love for the house. His spirit and willingness to represent and lead by example will be truly missed. Kyle Chung. Kyle's passion for music, mastering 5 instruments and being part of the ensembles, paired with his commitment to rowing and the Horizons program, reflects his integrity, enthusiasm, and lasting contributions to our UCC community.
We're welcoming Mrs. Cookie Sandler and her son, Mr. Scott Sandler, class of 1994. Kyle is the recipient of the Nathan L. and Ruth Lowe Sandler Music Composition Prize, named after Mr. Sandler's grandfather, who graduated from UCC exactly 100 years ago, and grandmother. Scott's son, Arrow Sandler, is graduating today as well.
All right, Michael Dong. A stalwart on the defense for varsity soccer and a steady outfielder for the varsity baseball team, Michael's quiet disposition was a valuable asset to the overall success of all that he pursued. His sense of humor and kind nature will be missed. Thomas Dong, member of the varsity badminton and JV hockey teams, and as head of the Science Society, Thomas has excelled academically while showing exceptional leadership. His dedication, teamwork, and insightful contributions highlight a well-rounded, driven, and inspiring student. Kiefer Gresdahl. Perseverance and resilience really stood out for Kiefer over his time at the college. A key contributor to the football and rugby programs, winning a CISA football championship in year 10, he showed strong commitment, teamwork, and integrity. Daniel Guan. Daniel has shown outstanding dedication to co-curriculars and service, leading the Chess Club, Community Service Council, Helping Hands, and Math Society. His leadership, initiative, and quiet confidence reflect a deep commitment to learning, service, and meaningful community impact.
Daniel has earned the Duke of Edinburgh Gold Award.
Noah Kaufman, recipient of the Senior Student of the Year in Howard's House, quarterback of the varsity football team, and being part of the Model UN Club. Noah's accomplishments speak to his fierce competitiveness and good nature. Well done, Noah. Andrew Lynn. Andrew has left a meaningful mark throughout theater, rugby, and as captain of the Reach for the Top Club. His dedication, creativity, and thoughtful presence enriched Howard's and the broader school community, leaving a legacy of curiosity and engagement. Jack Myers. Howard's prefect, mentor, captain of the varsity golf team and Tier 1 hockey team, and chair for Relay for Life, Jack's desire to give back to the community did not go unnoticed. A spirited debater, but a gentle soul at heart. Michael Chi. Representing the House in both soccer and basketball competitions, along with being part of the Asian Heritage Club, are just some of the meaningful contributions that display Michael's dedication to school life to leave a lasting legacy. Zach Remintilla. Howard's prefect, mentor, member of the varsity baseball team, student ambassador, and DECA regional finalist. Zach embraced the UCC experience to forge lifelong relationships. His presence was felt and left a genuine, lasting, and positive impression. Great job, Zach. Everett Robinson. Learning steward, member of the lacrosse and prepped hockey teams, and one with a knack for inspirational I Have a Dream speeches, Everett valued his time with his housemates. His mature and reflective contributions to school life will be missed. Ryan Shaw. Ryan was not able to attend today's ceremony as he is in Edmonton competing in the National Volleyball Championships. We wish Ryan the best of luck. Quiet yet You can give us a round of applause. Quite yet insightful, Ryan has made strong contributions to UCC through varsity volleyball, the volleyball club, and Model UN. He showed great dedication to school life, leading by example for the younger members of the House. Jack Wachter. Oh, the fan club's in the house. Jack's passion for drama and rowing defined his UCC journey. From standout stage performances to dedicated rowing, he brought energy, creativity, and teamwork. His sharp wit and humor lit up his daily conversations, leaving a joyful mark on all.
Jack has been awarded the Theatre Arts Prize and the Robertson Davies Award for Drama.
All right, Charles Wang. A dedicated and engaged member of the UCC community, contributing through the Horizons program, Product and Innovation Club, and Medical Society, his quiet commitment, strong friendships, and active participation in school life reflect his meaningful impact and community spirit. Alex Woolsey. Alex's dedication shines through Model UN, community service, and leadership in WAC and Howard's as prefect and mentor. Expanding the Churches on the Hill food drive, his commitment to service, teamwork, and peer support has deeply enriched our school community.
Alex is the recipient of the Martin Lambert Wills and Anne Campbell Wills Prize in History.
Darren Yao. A stunningly fast runner and fierce competitor, Darren's time at the college is marked with memorable contributions to the robotics program and leading the varsity swim team as co-captain to its many victories over the years. An absolute gentleman and scholar. Connell Yoon. Commonly referred to as Yooner, Howard's prefect and hype captain, Connell cherished his time with his peers and teammates on the long road trips as part of the lacrosse team. His presence, leadership, and spirit will be sorely missed. Everyone, please join me in congratulating the graduates of Howard's House 2025. And now I'd like to call up Mr. Allen from Jackson's House.
Special one.
Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Mr. Allen, Senior House Advisor for Jackson's House, and on behalf of Jackson's advising team, I am pleased to present this outstanding group of graduates. Fateh Adam. His journey started 13 years ago, passionately fueled to lead through kindness. As a prefect, ambassador, or a member of the Academic Council, Fateh fostered integrity. J-House sports events, modeling sibling care, and his connection to Geo class embodied his joy here. Indigo Chen. 8 years at the college have fostered a deep passion for music, while unearthing mentorship skills in Indigo. Highlights include the European music trip and playing in the student-directed musical last year. Indigo brings curiosity, deep creativity, and empathy to J House. Michael Chen. Looking back on 7 years, Michael feels honored to represent as a musician in the wind ensemble, a DP artist, an athlete in the pool, part of the Arts Council, and an ally voice on the Gender Sexuality Alliance. His confidence and determination make him a distinguished knight of J House.
Michael has been awarded the prize for proficiency in Mandarin B and the John Howard Prize in Art.
Owen Ford. Owen boasts a strong record of collaboration and mentorship at the college, a strong guiding mentor in J House, co-head of DECA, peer tutor, and member of the golf team. He has a great deal to celebrate. We wish him all the best next year. Alex Genkoff. A J House prefect, Genkoff, or Genka Flank, has brought a great deal of G-force to the college over his 13 years. Highlights include varsity volleyball and rugby, hard-fought victories in SL biology, and memories of the Grade 7 National Championship for basketball in Montreal. Hugh Guan. An elusive member of Jackson's House, a quiet contributor to his peer group, a flautist in the concert band, and a steady mentor to younger students. An excellent student and a dedicated member of the chess club. He is going to study economics next year. Marco Iarrucci. Passion and spirit defines Marco as a member of the Model UN, the Christian Club, the Italian Club, Oman, and the Jackson Spirit Army House Captain. He engaged with a sense of justice and community. Marco is a uniform fashion maverick, and his aspirations are sky high. Ethan Jane. Ethan is a source of team spirit on varsity squash and during house basketball. His ascent in the world of competitive squash is impressive, including national team victories and selection to the junior national team. All the best as he pursues industrial and labor relations next year. Kian Keraj. With a mature and balanced perspective, while still giving much to his academics, co-curricular, and community life, Kian has built camaraderie through varsity swimming, hockey, English teaching, and international service. All the best next year studying commerce.
Kian has earned the Duke of Edinburgh Bronze Award.
Dean Kiingi. As our head of house, Dean rallied the Knights with charm, passion, and collaboration. He took so much from the varsity tennis team, his trips to Georgia, leading through the Black Excellence Society, and his friendships in J House. All the best to Dino next year, studying engineering. Adrian Mack.
Congrats, Dean.
A dedicated J House prefect, the chairman of WAC, a secretary general of Oman, vice president of the MUN Club, and a member of the senior jazz band. Adrian builds the capacity of others with humble leadership. As he embarks on engineering next year, his creativity, energy, and discipline, reinforced by 10 years at the college, will serve him well.
Adrian has been awarded the WED Prize in Classics for attainment in Standard Level Latin, is a co-recipient of the Chemistry Prize Standard Level, the George P. Grant Prize for Theory of Knowledge, and the Harris Prize in Current Affairs. He has also earned the Duke of Edinburgh Silver Award.
Henry Metcalf. A leader with a strong growth mindset coupled with a strong sense of self-awareness points to great potential in university and beyond. As captain of the varsity tennis team and a J House prefect, Henry brought a strong sense of community to the college. Frank Nee. A quieter presence in J House, Frank was always present as a connected member and peer and a source of positive, polite connection. Moving forward, we hope he carries a sense of belonging and community, and we wish him luck with his opportunities that lie ahead. Yung Kai Shi. Leading with passion and creativity, Yung Kai was an arts captain, a member of J House's trivia team, and has traveled extensively with the art department, with a focus on American music abroad. His arts trips to New York and Miami and Taiwan were highlights. He continues to seek and live with inspiration. Great job, Yung Kai. Oliver Tsang. T. Sang was a humble, direct, thoughtful, and reliable member of J House, captain of the varsity swim team and CISA and OFSA Golds. Oliver looks back fondly on his HL philosophy classes and his social times in the grad lounge. Lucas Vo. A valued member of the tennis team and a solid force in J House volleyball, Lucas is connected to J House. As he prepares for a 7-year dental program next year, we know that he will be buoyed by his 13 years at the college with resiliency, good humor, and his love of learning. Charlie Walsh. Charlie balanced his athletic passions and his academic pursuits with a sense of excellence, representing as our well-being steward. His dedication to a well-rounded approach to fitness and well-being demonstrated in the SAS and within the community. Best of luck, Charlie. Andrew Xia. This year demonstrated Andrew's growing understanding of responsibility and came with being a senior member of J House. He contributed greatly and set a quiet example, especially with some of his moves on the house basketball court. Andrew's dedication to progress will continue to serve him well. Congratulations. Everyone, please join me in congratulating the graduates of Jackson's House 2025. And now I'd like to call up Miss Kay representing Martland's House.
On behalf of Martland's advising team, I'm pleased to present this group of accomplished, creative, and inspiring individuals. Nico Aitken. Well known for his skillful trumpet playing and intense plays on the rugby pitch, Nico enjoyed spending time with friends in the Hispanic Culture Club and representing UCC in multiple band nominations. We wish him the best as he goes on to study commerce in the fall.
Nico has been awarded the Richard Sadler Prize in Music.
James Barnes. With a kind and thoughtful approach to life, James played on the varsity football team, earned the role of prefect, hung out with philosophy club, and was never without music in his ears. He looks forward to studying history and economics next year. Brian Chang. As a dedicated rower, senior wind ensemble member, accomplished musician in violin, drums, and saxophone, and journey tie, we have high expectations for Brian, who has grown into a thoughtful and mature young man. Noah Choi. Navigating the upper school with drive and creativity, Noah was the head of the senior jazz band while also leading weekly meetings for the Korean Culture Club. He intends to pursue engineering next year while continuing to nurture his passion for playing the bass guitar. Frederick Eaton. Fred has demonstrated leadership, athleticism, and dedication to the house through his roles of prefect, varsity lacrosse player, and captain of the ski team. He is straightforward in his opinions and deeply loyal to his UCC brothers. We congratulate him on earning a journey tie this week. William Glasser. Hardworking, passionate, and never one to take no for an answer, William declined sage counsel and selected 3 HL STEM courses for his DP lineup. As a leader and participant, he made lasting impacts on the history, Jewish culture, and Hispanic culture clubs.
William has been awarded the prize for proficiency in Spanish B.
Jacob Ishii. Joining us in year 9, Jacob quickly became a valuable member of our community by hyping up house sports as one of our prefects, keeping everyone organized as the administrative officer for the Board of Stewards, and playing on the varsity lacrosse team. Max Jones. Max has juggled many roles at UCC, a multi-sport athlete, college film club head, creativity steward, actor, and SAS regular. His friendly and positive approach to life inspired our house to award him the Mary Michael Lowndes Award for Civility. Richard Lee. Don't be fooled by his quiet demeanor. Richard works hard to better himself and others. He is a black belt in Taekwondo and was a member of the cross-country and track and field teams. He led the Medical Society and built a successful English tutoring club for students in China. Malik McFarland. As a bright and respectful member of our community, Malik served as leader of the Muslim Affinity Group and fostered his passion for STEM as head of the Science and Product Innovation Societies. His kind demeanor and warm smiles will be missed. Phelan New. Phelan is a dedicated student known for his depth of thought, curiosity, and resourcefulness. He has fostered a supportive community through his involvement in the Horizons program, the Math Society, and merged his computer and artistic skills as a lighting and sound director for school productions. Max Peng. Max is proud to have nurtured a number of talents and interests at UCC. He was the leader of the Medical Society, a wind ensemble musician, and a cross-country runner. He's excited to begin a degree in neuroscience and behavior in the fall. Dominic Ricci. As our charismatic head of house, Dom was a great mentor and school ambassador. He also dedicated time and energy to the varsity lacrosse team and served as a JV hockey captain. He looks forward to studying business in September. Arrow Sandler. A good-natured and involved prefect, Arrow was the founder and head of the Philosophy Club, enjoyed spending time at the SAS, and is passionate about playing the guitar. He looks forward to studying philosophy this fall.
Arrow is the recipient of the Philosophy Prize and the Ponton Prize for the College Times Poetry.
Timothy Simon Rasaya. A responsible, collaborative, and reliable member of any team, Timothy made his mark as a tenor saxophone player in the senior jazz band and wind ensemble. Voted Community Year Rep for 3 years by his peers, he was also an invaluable associate editor for the College Times yearbook.
Timothy is the recipient of the Biology Prize, Standard Level, and the Ponton Prize for the College Times Fiction.
Alan Yu. Well known for his skill and passion for volleyball, Alan also enjoys playing beach volleyball. His fondest memory is of making it to OFSA as captain of the volleyball team. He also enjoys playing the piano. We wish him all the best as he pursues a degree in electrical engineering.
Congratulations.
Jerry Jung. Jerry has kept himself busy as president of the debate club and lead organizer of UCC's Ontario Model UN Conference. What he lacked in his attendance record, he gained through hard work and dedication to his passions. A highlight was strumming along at weekly guitar club meetings. This fall, he plans to study economics and political science.
Jerry is the recipient of the Willis S. McLeese Prize for Debating.
Please join me in congratulating the graduates from Martlin's House. Thank you. My hands are clean. Thank you. I invite Jeff Hill, Senior House Advisor for McHugh's House, to approach the stage.
Hello, everyone. On behalf of all of the House Advisors in McHugh's House, it is my pleasure to present the McHugh's members of the leaving class this year. Rodine Azari. Rodine led by example as a varsity rugby player, rower, swimmer, and member of the SAS 1,000-pound club. He was also a concert band musician. His smile and always friendly demeanor brought joy to his teachers and housemates alike. J.T. Borba. Thoughtful and mature, J.T. actively participated in all aspects of school life. As a rower, member of the WAC executive, playing in the wind ensemble, and the coding club. Never one to shy away from the challenge, JT looks forward to skydiving this summer. Alex Chen. Member of the varsity squash team and one of the captains of the varsity badminton team, executive of the business club and this year's World Affairs Conference, and gold service tie recipient. Alex has certainly made his mark at UCC. He says he will miss the lunches, but his future in business should ensure many fine dining experiences to come. Austin Chen. Thoughtful, determined, focused, a quiet leader on varsity swimming, the rowing team, and a leader on the productions team for this year's very successful Synapse Conference. Austin loved his outdoors club trips, and he is proud of his efforts to regulate his sleep schedule this year. That'll come in handy next year. Aiden John Mohammed. Aiden's efforts this year in his courses could earn him the Most Improved Award in McHugh's. His positivity and commitment to serving the community have been shown by his work with Relay for Life, as serving on the Wellness and Service Councils, and by amassing over 400 hours of community service during his time at the school. Arvin Karami. Arvin joined UCC and McHugh's House in year 11, and for the past 2 years, he has worked incredibly hard to achieve fantastic results, succeeding academically while leaving a very positive impact on our school community. His polite and amiable personality and warm smile will be missed in the house.
Arvin is a co-recipient of the prize for proficiency in Abenicio Spanish.
Darwin Lee. Likely UCC's best ever bridge player and biggest cards enthusiast, Darwin's diligence has led him to academic excellence and has served him well as this year's head of the World Affairs Conference. A skilled mathematician and coder, we look forward to hearing about Darwin's future endeavors.
Darwin is the recipient of the Computer Science Award, the Senior Man Prize in Practical Science Extended Essay, the B.M. Littlejohn Prize in Environmental Systems, and is a co-recipient of the Harris Prize in Current Affairs.
Dennis Liu, star of debate. Come on, Dennis. Come on. Star of debate, DECA, varsity badminton captain and member of the varsity squash team. Dennis, McHugh's king of the all-nighters, rallied this year to reach his academic goals. As they say, better late than never. His sense of humor and affable personality will be missed in the house.
Dennis has been awarded the Wallace Rankin Nesbitt Prize for debating and public speaking.
Dash McGregor, prefect. Dash is the third McGregor to don the McHugh's maroon, and he played varsity hockey and rugby and was instrumental as a prefect in the house, rallying the troops for our Prefects Cup run. His enthusiasm and positive attitude will be sorely missed in the house. Jay Mulder. A prefect intensely dedicated and committed to all things McHugh's, especially house sports. Jay could always be counted on to hype up house meetings and assemblies with his signature call of "Hughes." A varsity football and lacrosse player, Jay's spirit will live on in the house.
Congratulations, Jay.
Chris Nobrega. 4-year varsity baseball vet, year 12 community rep, who spoke very, very well at the leaving class dinner last night. And all-around hype man, Chris can always be counted on for positivity, enthusiasm, and good times. We wish him all the best as he pursues his big league dreams in college. Jack Rogers, our head of house. A 12-year veteran of the college, Jack was an outstanding head of house who fostered an inclusive and engaged community in McHughes. A member of the varsity football and rugby teams, Jack will be remembered as an all-around great guy. Jay Sandhu, community steward. I should say service steward, excuse me. As service steward, head of Relay for Life and the Helping Hands Club, a varsity hockey player, and a dedicated student, Jay is a shining example of what makes UCC special. He is selfless and humble. His positivity will be missed in McHughes. Did I say hockey? He's a varsity soccer player, not a varsity hockey player, excuse me. Ben White, prefect. An unassuming leader and prefect in our house, Ben is happy to step up and do what needs to be done. He's a highly successful multi-sport varsity athlete, a skier, rugby player, and a philosophy and language enthusiast. His steadying presence will be missed in the house next year. Finally, Tony Zhang, prefect. As a prefect and UCC's film and audiovisual wizard, Tony keeps things running smoothly. The amazing assemblies we enjoyed this year resulted from his hard, unheralded work. Humble, friendly, and creative, he's a fine role model for all the McHughes lads.
Can I please call Ms. Dawn Duvernay to come to the stage? And Tony will ask you to remain here. Tony is the recipient of the Duvernay Prize in Photography.
Please join me in congratulating the McHughes graduate of 2025. I would now like to call up Mr. Ian Cole and Mowbray's House.
Good afternoon, families, friends, faculty, and staff. I'm pleased to present the leaving class members on behalf of the Mowbray's advising team. Adrian Amadi, a self-driven and talented trumpet player who has performed overseas. Adrian is a highly responsible young man. He served as executive member of the Medical Society and was also a dedicated varsity rugby player, showcasing his versatility and leadership. Peter Alexis, highly articulate, thoughtful, and a passionate Helene. Peter has become a core member of the Mowbray's prefect team, has been a core member of the Mowbray's prefect team. Very generous with his time to our younger Mowmen. He has led by example in the soccer, rugby, and track teams. Matthew Chan. Warm and friendly by nature, Matthew has used his time at the college to foster meaningful and genuine relationships with all those who encounter him. He has been a member of several musical productions and is the resident robotics expert.
Matthew has earned the Duke of Edinburgh Gold Award.
Nick Kaskawali. Nick has consistently exhibited first-rate leadership skills as our intrepid head of house. He made a concerted effort to connect with all of our students. Aside from being the varsity squash captain, Nick could be found at every house event repping Mowbrays.
Nick is the recipient of the Sainsbury Family Prize in Higher Level Geography and has earned the Duke of Edinburgh Bronze Award.
Lucas Laschinger. A prefect and Lang Scholar, Lucas has balanced many roles at UCC with both poise and positivity. A member of the varsity football and rugby teams, he's admired by younger students for his calm leadership, strong example, and well-rounded commitment. Sebastian Lawler, the creator extraordinaire behind our Mowbrays merchandise. Sebastian is both a gifted artist and designer. He has held the role of prefect with distinction, assuming a major role in organizing house meetings and supporting his peers at all house sports events. Spencer Leonard, our sustainability steward who has worked tirelessly on several initiatives, including Earth Week, to enhance the school's environmental stewardship and reduce our ecological footprint. Spencer is a talented soccer player who still found time to support and guide our younger students. Xinyan Li, a concert pianist, head of the Assembly Management Team, and co-head of the Truth and Reconciliation Club. Xinyan's achievements at the college are both noteworthy and numerous. With 2 varsity sports also represented, he is a true all-rounder and will be sorely missed.
Xinyan has been awarded the Stephen Leacock Prize in English Literature and is a co-recipient of the George P. Grant Prize for Theory of Knowledge. Furthermore, we are pleased to have in attendance Ms. Catherine Rideout, and I will call her forward, retired director of UCC's University Counseling Office and longtime faculty member. She is here to present Xinyan the inaugural Larry Lajeunesse Prize in Higher Level Economics, named in memory of her late husband, a former faculty member and beloved economics teacher and colleague. Thank you, Ms. Rideout.
Liam McKay. Liam McKay. Liam's kind and generous nature complements his achievements as a Lang Scholar and athlete. As captain of the cross-country and squash teams, he led by example, coached younger students, and made meaningful contributions to service initiatives within the school community. Ethan Moynihan. A Lang Scholar, Ethan embraced all opportunities available at UCC, excelling in sports, academics, and leadership. His impact was felt across football, swimming, and the classroom. He consistently demonstrated initiative, drive, and a passion for learning and collaboration. Aryan Nagratha. A hard-working and dependable presence, Arian has been a great model to all individuals in Mowbray's house. Some of his various achievements have included head of robotics club, member of the varsity swim team, and Synapse Conference Technology Executive. Trace Roos. Thoughtful and sincere, Trace has optimized his time at the college effectively. Co-head of the mock trial club, he took a leading role in mentoring younger students. Trace has also held the position of senior editor at the student-produced Convergence magazine. Noel Robinson. Warm and gregarious, Noel has been a friend to all in the house. Alongside his prefect duties, he's consistently uplifted house spirits with his positivity. A multi-sport varsity athlete, he's excelled in football, rugby, and basketball throughout his time here. Scott Sivenpiper. Hard-working and determined, Scott has been an integral part of the Mowbray's community. A creative Lego enthusiast and keen skier turned coach, he also brought his energy to the Ultimate Frisbee team, showing commitment across many areas of school life. Eric Thompson. A kind and unassuming presence, Eric has been a contributor to house sports in addition to varsity squash and football. He has also brought positivity and warmth to weekly house meetings through his friendly interactions and support of his fellow Mow men. To all in attendance, I present the 2025 leaving class of Mowbray's House. Could I now please call up Jeff Motadi of Oars House.
Friends, family, honored guests, faculty, and students, I'm Jeff Matadi. On behalf of the Oars advising team, I'm pleased to present this outstanding group of individuals. Omid Alamadi. Omid joined UCC in grade 6, and he is most proud of the friendships and bonds he's formed over the years, whether on the football and volleyball teams, working with the service council at Norval, or simply sharing laughs in class. It's those small, meaningful moments he will miss most. Justin Chen. Through varsity golf, relay for life, film and team sports, Justin broke out of his bubble, learned discipline, and grew confident in who he is. Co-curriculars shaped him, pushing limits, taking risks, and discovering what he's truly capable of.
Justin is the recipient of the Sports Exercise and Health Science Prize.
Nicholas Cheng. Nicholas is most proud of his leadership in the Math Society, Eyeglasses Drive and Robotics team. His favorite memories are competing in Minnesota with the VEX robotic team and winning second in the team round at the Harvard-MIT Math Tournament.
Nicholas has earned the Duke of Edinburgh Gold Award.
Jerry Deng. Jerry is known for his friendly, thoughtful spirit and meaningful presence in numerous clubs. He gave his time generously, building connections and lifting others through quiet leadership. His warmth and involvement left a lasting impact on everyone who had the chance to know him. Malik El-Haddad. Malik is proud of leading the Medical Society and founding the Science Society, inspiring younger students with hands-on science experience from dry ice cream to heart dissections. Balancing leadership roles and challenges, he grew in confidence and time management, always remembering the laughter after falling off the bunk bed at Norval.
Malik is a co-recipient of the prize for proficiency in Abenicio Spanish.
Johnny Lee. Johnny is thoughtful, hardworking, and passionate, a true friend to many and a mentor to his younger peers. His dedication in all he pursued and the care he showed to those around him made a quiet force of positivity. Jeremy Nye. Joining in grade 3, Jeremy found his voice, leading the Blue Notes, singing in senior jazz, and heading the trivia team. From national competitions to hosting citywide tournaments, co-curriculars shaped his journey in leadership, creativity, and a lasting passion. Ronan O'Neill. Ronan, Orr's head of house, is most proud of the impact and bonds he built leading Orr's house. Through varsity volleyball's unforgettable journey to OFSA, baseball, Blue Notes, and house events, he learned to balance it all, growing through challenge and teamwork. Charles Pantalone. Charlie brought energy and heart to every corner of the school life. As a varsity golf captain and JV hockey player, and as a proud Blue Army general. Gregarious and full of spirit, he lifted others up and made every moment more vibrant and unforgettable. Vaman Rajasiva. Vaman is most proud of his role in the band, earning gold at the OBA Festival and performing arts at school events. From excelling in chemistry to building his own app, he embraced curiosity, creativity, and the power of perseverance. Anmol Sharma. Anmol, as an Orr's prefect, he is most proud of the lifelong friendships he's built. Late nights in the robotic labs, weekends with close friends, and unforgettable house sports moments. UCC's diverse, talented community gave him memories, teammates, and bonds he'll carry forever. Harrison Shu. Harrison is most proud of growing the robotics club into a competitive force, achieving tournament success through teamwork and leadership. From VEX Robotics to soccer and camping trips, he embraced challenge, built community, and made memories that will last a lifetime.
Harrison has earned the Duke of Edinburgh Gold Award.
Alex Drabko. As an Orr's prefect, he is most proud of overcoming challenges in grade 11 math to earn the math award that year. Through football, hockey, lacrosse, and baseball, he showed resilience and drive, building skills, friendships, and memories since his first steps at the college in 2021.
Alex has been awarded the Bill Stewart Prize in House Sports.
Oliver Tabak. Oliver is most proud of being a co-founder of the UCC Philosophy Club, creating a space for meaningful debate and reflection. From cross-country and track to Model UN, he balanced a rigorous DP journey while sparking conversations. As a Lang scholar, he embodied the values of the college. Maddie Timisk. Maddie is most proud of his contributions to Model UN lacrosse and his leadership as a prefect. From being pulled out of the SAS to join the football team, where he bravely faced two 300-pound SAC players on A-Day, he's shown courage, growth, and an unforgettable spirit. Benedict Wang. Benedict was an oars prefect, a varsity rower in the Charles IV and Varsity 8, co-editor-in-chief of Convergence, and a member of the MUN team. He's looking forward to spending the next 4 years applying all his learnings from the college.
Benedict is the recipient of the Michael Miller Extended Essay Prize in History.
Henry Wilson. Henry is known for his kindness and thoughtfulness, always ready to lend a hand. As a member of the varsity rugby team, he balanced compassion with strength, leading quietly, supporting others, and leaving a legacy of care and integrity. Gordon Wu. Gordon is most proud of rebuilding the UCC robotics team and creating a program for future students. As director of plenaries in MUN and a VEX driver and builder, he balanced HL math, physics, and chemistry with his many co-curricular commitments. His fondest memory is the team's unforgettable Mall of America robotics trip. Please join me in congratulating the class of 2025 from Oars House. I would now like to invite Mr. Damian Walker, Senior House Advisor for Scattings.
Hello, everyone. On behalf of the Scattings advising team, I'm honored to present our graduating class, Kobe Bennett. Our prefect in charge of house meetings, Kobe ensured house meetings were inclusive and fun for all. His achievements in varsity tennis, squash, and co-heading the Jewish Culture Club were among his top highlights. Thanks for your leadership, Kobe. Maddie Berman. Or outspoken and fearless pluralism steward, Maddie is authentic to his core. He grew into a student who is honest with himself and others, contributing actively to group discussions and modeling reflective, inclusive engagement. Thanks for your service, Maddie.
Maddie is the recipient of the Moderns Prize for Proficiency in French B, Standard Level, the JNC Sharp Prize in Higher Level Mathematics, Applications and Interpretation, the Finnerty Prize in Higher Level Biology, and is a co-recipient of the Chemistry Prize, Standard Level.
Luke Boyden. Luke appreciated seeing his group grow as individuals. His commitment to math development and peer support shaped his final year and made him an uplifting presence in Scattings. Having a phenomenal lacrosse season in his final year was also a good bonus for him. Well done, Luke. Ben Bylard. Ben joined the college in SK. As head of house and track captain, Ben led with compassion and humor, creating a space for connection and growth in his final year. Scattings will miss his quick wit and ability to think on his feet. Good luck, Ben. Henry DeLuca. As our prefect in charge of house activities, Henry's favorite moments were in house sports. Whether on the water as a passionate rower or on the field, his enthusiasm and leadership made a lasting impact on school life. Thanks, Henry. A diplomat and charismatic speaker, Mukhtar Diallo. Mukhtar's people skills made him the ideal community steward. He also earned the unofficial title of the Black Excellence Society's Poet Laureate. His sense of humor and calm demeanor will be missed. Good luck, Mukhtar. Arslan Khudayar. Quick to smile and laugh, Arslan connected across social circles through his warm presence. His openness, consistency, and thoughtfulness, both in conversations and on the soccer pitch, made him a pillar of the Scattings community. Henry Liu. Henry made his fondest memories as team captain and co-head of the chess club. He also participated in house trivia and was a valued member of varsity badminton. He reflects fondly on finding connection and his voice at the college. Kostas Oriopoulos. Kostas' time at the college is defined by perseverance, initiative, and a lasting commitment to those around him. Through consistent leadership in MUN, Hellenic culture events, and elsewhere, he helped shape an environment where everyone could grow and thrive. Thank you, Kostas.
Kostas has been awarded the History Prize Standard Level, the University of Toronto National Book Award, and has earned the Duke of Edinburgh Bronze Award.
Ryder Pitblado. A member of the JV hockey team, varsity lacrosse, Ryder enjoyed co-curricular life. His willingness to share opinions and foster respectful, thoughtful discussions helped make the group a space for connection and honest expression. Thank you, Ryder. Cameron Spence, rugby team member, Blue Army General, and varsity football captain. Cameron was an impacted leader on the field and off. He was always ready to contribute with courage and conviction. He is particularly proud of co-founding Blue Hearts to champion men's mental health. Thanks for your service, Cameron. Andrew Tilley. Andrew's academic perseverance and passion for baseball exemplified a quiet, thoughtful leadership. As our prefect in charge of community building and a learning and service year-level rep, he reached students across grades and helped shape a supportive college culture. Thank you, Andrew. Ethan Tremaine. Ethan was a steady, supportive voice in Scattings, defined by a commitment to rowing, global politics, and coaching. He led through presence and care, ensuring others felt heard, welcome, and a part of something greater than themselves. Thanks. Cole Varacchino. Cole contributed with quiet dedication, leadership, and service. A prefect and volunteer swim instructor, he helped others grow, whether in classrooms, in pools, or in house breakfasts. His curiosity, humility, and care shaped the Scaddings experience for everyone around him. Thank you, Cole.
Cole has been awarded the Physics Prize Standard Level.
Daniel Shing. Daniel's leadership in DECA and community fundraising defined his upper school journey. Thoughtful and driven, he grew through academic challenge, championed cultural and charitable causes, and left his mark as a perceptive voice in Scaddings. Thank you, Daniel.
Daniel has earned the Duke of Edinburgh Bronze Award.
And for the final student in the graduating class, Andrew Young. Dependable, I'm not sure Andrew has missed a single assembly. His dedication and thoughtful nature helped make his cohort one of care, participation, and meaningful reflection. He will cherish his many memories from the Wind Ensemble. Thanks for showing us, Andrew, that silent contributions can be loud. Everyone, help me congratulate the Scaddings leaving class of 2025. I'm good, how are you?
Before I ask them to have a seat, perhaps we could take a moment and thank Mr. Hutchinson, Principal McKinney, Dr. Kinnear, and Mr. Sethi for their presentations to the graduates. Thank you. You may be seated. They'll be reaching for a glass of water and hand sanitizer, no doubt. Mr. McKinney and Mr. Hutchinson, don't get too comfortable. You're going to be back up in about 18 seconds. I do want to take the opportunity to acknowledge and thank our senior house advisors. You just saw the 10 of them presenting on behalf of the students in their house. As you may be aware, this role in the school is integral to student support, character development, and a sense of community. These talented individuals not only commit themselves to countless hours, but also work tirelessly in support of the students in their care. They are mentor, coach, teacher, counselor, and sometimes parent, all wrapped up into one. We are incredibly fortunate and grateful for their time and their talents. Thank you again, Senior House Advisors. Okay. We are almost there. I will invite Mr. Hutchinson and Mr. McKinney back up to assist with our remaining awards. Could I ask the following students to come forward? Jay Sandhu, Simon DeLuca, Wilson Lee, Dean Chinghe, Adrian Mack, Max von Bargen, Chin-Yan Lee, Chisholm Ochuba, Oliver Tabak, Daniel Guan, Maddie Berman. Please come forward. It is my pleasure first to present the Barry McKay Award for Community Service to Jay Sandhu. Well done, Jay. The Principal's Art Purchase Award goes to Simon DeLuca. The Randy Carver 1982 award goes to Wilson Lee. The Bruce M. Hicks Community Service Award is awarded to Dean Chinghey. Could I now ask Mr. Rolly Watt, class of 1962, longtime friend of the college and former chair of the UCC Foundation, to please come forward to the stage to present the next award. It is my pleasure to present the class of 62 trophy to Adrian Mack. Thank you. And thank you, Mr. Watt. Would Mr. John A. Cameron, class of 2003, please come forward to the stage? Mr. Cameron was a classmate of Michael Evan Jurist, in whose memory the following award has been established. The Michael Evan Jurist Award this year goes to Max von Bargen. Thank you. And thank you, Mr. Cameron. Would Mr. Don Coasso, who retired from UCC as head of the prep and upper schools, please come to the stage to present the next prize? The Donald Coasso Award in Arts and Academics goes to Chinyan Lee. Thank you. Chinyan, would you remain on stage? Thank you, Mr. Coasso. This year's recipient of the Class of '88 award goes to Chinyan Lee. The Dano Rilani Medal in Athletics goes to Chisholm Ochuba. Would Mr. Robin C. Logie, class of 1950, and Mr. Alexander C. Logie, class of 1978, please come forward? The Alexander Logie Medal is established in memory of Robin's father and Alexander's grandfather, Alexander C. Logie, class of 1926. The medal this year is awarded to Oliver Tabak. Thank you, Mr. and Mr. Logie. Next, we will recognize the Service Awards. Service is an important aspect of each student's time at UCC, and indeed is one of our core values. Throughout the year, we acknowledge these students who go above and beyond the service requirements with the Community Service Gold and Silver ties. The Gold Award winners have given over 200 hours, and the Silver Award winners have given over 100 hours within our community and working alongside our community partners. Would all those students who earned Community Service Gold and Silver ties please stand now together to be recognized? Thank you, students, for upholding the values of the college. This year's Lieutenant Governor's Community Volunteer Award goes to Daniel Guan. We will now present the J. Herbert Mason Medal. Could I please request that Mr. McKinney and Mr. Hutchison please join Ms. Mason over in the first row. And Ms. Mason, we would ask that you please stand. There she is. It's my pleasure to present the J. Herbert Mason Medal, named for John Herbert Mason, 1827 to 1911, which honors leadership, strength of character, and moral courage. It was first presented at Upper Canada College in 1888. This year's recipient is Maddie Berman. Thank you. Could we also extend a sincere thanks to Ms. Mason for joining us here again today? Ms. Mason. We will now present our Journey Ties. It has been our tradition to recognize students who entered the preparatory school in senior kindergarten and continued without interruption through to graduation. These students have dedicated many years of their lives to the college, and it has been an honor to see them grow into the fine young individuals that you see today. Ms. Laura Hayes, their senior kindergarten teacher, now resides and is teaching in the Bahamas, so was not able to attend today. But we are fortunate to have in attendance their senior kindergarten educational assistant who continues in this role today. I would ask her, Ms. Pina Porto, to join us here on stage. Would the following students please come forward and assemble at the base of the stage to receive your tie and take a photo with Ms. Porto. And I believe Mr. McKinney is going to join the recipients. Thank you. Would the following students please come forward? I'm being upstaged by baby photos. Would the following students please come forward? Fateh Adam, Ben Bylard, Brian Chang, Kyle Chung, Frederick Eaton, Alexander Genkoff, J.P. Mahoney, Charlie Pantalone, Cameron Samek, and Lucas Vo. Thank you, Mr. McKinney and Ms. Porto. Please allow me to invite Dr. Kinnear to join Mr. McKinney for the presentation of the bilingual diplomas. Bilingual diplomas holders have studied more than one language at the A or first language level. Please hold your applause until I've read all 8 names. Bilingual diplomas in French are awarded to Etienne Castonguay, Louis-Philippe Lalande, Vincent Turcotte, Marc Armand Villeneuve. Bilingual diplomas in Mandarin are awarded to Arthur Fu, Mike Liu, John Shu, and Will Yang. Students, would you come forward, please? Our bilingual diploma recipients. Congratulations. It's now my pleasure to invite Chris Jagdeo, class of 2026 and incoming head steward for next academic year, to help present the next award. It is my great honor to call up, once again, Chisholm Ochuba. I am pleased to have Chris present Chisholm with the Colburn Medal, named after the founder of UCC and awarded each year to our head steward. Chisholm, congratulations. Okay, thank you, Chris. In addition, the leaving class has selected Chisholm Ochuba as their valedictorian to speak on their behalf. So it's my pleasure to hand things over now to Chisholm.
Good afternoon, everyone. Family, faculty, staff, and the graduating class of 2025. I want to begin with a simple thank you to the teachers, staff, and coaches who challenged and supported us, to the parents and guardians who kept believing in us, especially on the days we didn't, and to my classmates, the guys I've grown with, failed with, and lost the pool table with. It's been real. And last but not least, to ChatGPT, because let's be honest, half this class would not be graduating without it, so. As you sit here today, there's a question floating in the air. It's the one we've heard over and over since we arrived at this school. It's what's next. And for the first time, it doesn't feel rhetorical, because the world we're stepping into is changing at a pace no one fully understands. AI, automation, a global job market that reinvents itself every few years. We're graduating into a world where the rules are being rewritten in real time. So what do we need to know to succeed? Honestly, I'm not sure anyone can answer that question. And to stand here and pretend I, someone the same age as all of you, have it figured out would be naive. But maybe the answer isn't out there in the unknown. Maybe it's found in the journey we've just been on. If you were anything like me, you spent a large part of high school doing what you were supposed to do. We joined the clubs, played the sports, took the right classes. We did what was expected because everyone else was doing it, and we thought it was what would make us successful. We stopped asking why and just started saying, okay. And then at some point, something disrupted that rhythm. And for me, like almost any other boarder, that clarity came from late night conversations. Yes, Mr. Heffernan and Ms. Pagone, we left our rooms after curfew. I can say that now. But it was within those times that we had the chance to challenge each other, our beliefs, and ask the questions we didn't have the time to ask during the day. Why am I doing the things that I do? What do I actually care about? That shift, that return to curiosity is everything. And that pivot to curiosity is evident throughout our whole grade. It was the asking of what if that pushed the Blue Army Generals to organize the hypest A-Day and Winterfest pep rallies this school has seen in years. And it's the same what if, the curiosity to truly understand each other, that made our class feel like you could connect with anyone, no matter how different their passions were or their backgrounds might have been from yours. We're born curious. It's the most natural part of being human. As children, we explore for no other reason than wonder. We ask questions before we know the answer truly matters. But somewhere along the way, we get taught to trade curiosity for certainty, to stop asking why and start asking will this be on the test? And yet, curiosity is what has pushed humanity to achieve its greatest feats. It's what's pushed us to cross oceans, to land on the moon, to map the human genome. It's what's created the very technology that's now changing our world at a lightning pace. So as the world becomes more automated, the more human we'll need to become, the more curious. Machines are trained to answer, but we're the ones born to wonder. So while I can't give you a roadmap for the future, I've started to know something. The people who society loves the most, the ones you actually want to be around, they're rarely defined by a resume. They're the ones asking questions, bleach buzzing, camping outdoors, studying abroad, starting random side projects, trying things just because they're curious. They don't need to say much, but something about them sticks with you. Curiosity keeps you exploring and finding the things that you love. It keeps you from doing what you're supposed to do and instead what you're meant to do. An authentic version of yourself. And authenticity is what the world will always value. So to the graduating class of 2025, as we step into this strange, fast, beautiful world, let's stay ready to ask, what if, again and again. Because in a world racing forward, our greatest strength might just be that we're still willing to pause, to wonder, and to be fully, unapologetically human. Thank you, and congratulations to the class of 2025.
Thank you, Chisholm. At this moment, I'd like to echo the thanks that Mr. Hutchinson referenced earlier, and that is a moment to recognize, on behalf of the Upper School, all of our faculty and staff whose efforts have made the ceremony today possible. You will be closely aware also of the role that staff and faculty in both the prep and upper schools play in supporting and guiding our students towards success and happiness. So again, I just want to extend sincere thanks to faculty and staff for all they do, including the Ceremony Planning Committee, our catering, housekeeping, security teams, our technical providers, and of course, our musicians today, Mr. Tony Gomes, Chris Chagolia, Simon Lowe, Paul Chursov, and Paul Sanvadotti, and of course, our talented piper, Ian McDonald. And in a moment when I am thanking faculty, I would be remiss if I didn't mention the Year 12 Year Level Coordinator, Mr. Christos Paskalitos. This is an individual who is a gentleman at his core and is very passionate and supportive of this particular year group and has been throughout this year. Thank you, Mr. Paskalitos. And a final thanks goes to our parents, you, the parents, and of course, our parents' organization. We are very well aware and appreciative of all that the parents in this community do for our community, and in particular for the students. For your time, for your love of the school, and of course, for the beautiful watches that the graduates are wearing, that the graduates received last night at the Leaving Class dinner, and I know many are wearing today. Thank you again to the parents and the parents' organization. And to conclude the ceremony today, I have the honor of sharing just a few concluding words for the class of 2025, their friends and their family. I had the opportunity a few weeks back to address the Leaving Class in what was their final assembly at Upper Canada College. I spoke of a person and a message that impacted me some time ago, and I'd like to take a moment to share part of that message again with the graduates, but also for their families and friends who are with us today. Dr. McDowell spoke about the benefits of being criticized and the importance of a little disappointment and even suffering. He said, if you put yourself out there, if you commit yourself to something completely with total abandon, there will be someone out there who will judge you, condemn you for who or what you love or what you want or what you do. And he said, let them come. Some are going to come after you for no other reason than they can. Accusations, criticism, anonymous posts or tweets or snaps, internet trolls, or in person, full of judgment or hate or cruelty because you're happy or you're successful, or worse, you might be judged for trying too hard. And so this gravitational pull will come for you and slowly, silently drag you to the center where mediocrity lives, where we post the same and we talk the same and we think the same. The middle way becomes the easiest way. If you want to do anything that's significant, anything that's important or meaningful or involves risk, there will be judgment. If you want to know who you are, if you want to know what it means to be you in this world, if you want your own voice to have clarity and meaning, then there will be judgment and criticism. He said, so prepare yourself for the pain and the disappointment and even suffering. Be ready for it. It will happen. And I thought a lot about that idea. And as I said to the year 12s, you will never feel as whole as you will when you commit yourself to something fully. And that means you must risk failure and embarrassment, but you do it anyway because you believe in this voice coming out of your throat, saying these words that somehow capture you, who you are in relation to the world. And that discovery, that voice which sounds a little bit different than your own, that voice is you. That's the discovery of figuring out who you are. And sometimes it'll feel awful or wrong or stupid, and sometimes it'll be awful or wrong or stupid. But I promise you, there will be more people in your life, as there has been in mine, who won't stand up, who will never be heard, never act as the protagonist in the play of their own life. And my wish is that that person won't be you, because doing nothing or saying nothing is the easiest thing in the world to do. My hopes and dreams for you, year 12, aren't that your life will be without suffering, or that you will never know loss or be criticized. My hope is that your voice will be familiar to you, that you will let it guide you in your own decisions, to your own truth, to your own meaning and happiness. Others may come for you, but my advice is do not let that deter you. Do not let that quiet your heart. Do not let those voices silence you. In the words of good old Walt Whitman, the powerful play goes on, and you may contribute a verse. That the powerful play goes on, and you may contribute a verse. What will your verse be? Thank you, and best of luck. And now, to conclude the ceremony, I'd like to request, along with our Leaving Class 2025, that for one final time, let's all stand together to sing You'll Never Walk Alone. Please see the last page of your printed program for the lyrics.
dreams be tossed and blown. Walk with hope in your heart, and you'll never walk
Thank you. Please be seated. This concludes our leaving ceremony. Immediately following the recession, I would invite everyone to join us for a reception in the Student Center. Please may I ask that our guests remain seated until the platform party and the leaving class have fully exited. Graduates, this is very important. I need your attention here. Please leave your bags and your diplomas at your seats. Put them under your seats right now, please. You'll be able to pick them up right during the reception as you are returning your gowns to the principal's boardroom. Let me repeat that part again. Returning your gowns to the principal's boardroom. Parents, please note, the leaving class will now be led to either the front steps of the Rogers Clock Tower or to Laidlaw Hall, depending on the severity of the rain at this moment, for a photo and the traditional tossing of the caps. Rest assured, our professional photographers will capture the moment, so there is no need for you to try and sprint through the crowd and get a photo, though we acknowledge that many of you will try. Immediately following the photo, the students will meet you in the Student Center for the reception. Thank you again, and please stand and remain at your seats for the recessional of the class of 2025. Okay.